seem better days, but oh, I have to charge them at home. Look at there. Look at God, man. And there's all my memory card. So Clay did bring this thing up here, so. All right, well, we are back. Y'all saw us, we started this video off at Academies. All right, so here's what we picked up. We got the game winner 5-foot pop-up blind platform. So for where we duck hunt, y'all know a lot of that. It's flooded, but it's like short trees, and I want a way to hunt with the boys. So get us 5 feet off the ground, keep our feet dry, and I can trust that they can climb 5 feet because they're pretty good. So this will be their first year sitting in the blind with me. So we're gonna get the platforms installed first. It's only July. And then we will get the blinds up once we figure out where we're gonna put them. So for now, let's head up there, show y'all what we've been doing, and get the spy points out, get these things assembled, and man, it's hunting season, y'all. We're there. We are there. Fish, take a break. So you see the stands in the back. We got some spy points we're gonna go put out if we can breathe and start watching our deer. I don't really feed a lot because if you look around here, there's nothing but deer food, but I'm gonna put out a little bait, but mostly salt. And I went with the easy salt, the deer cane. So guys, this is salt. So nothing against the boys over at Evolved Habitats, but that's salt. So salt with a little soda ash in it. But I'm gonna put a little bait maybe to draw some, I don't know, not much, but really just start trying to do a deer inventory. Plus we got some cool stuff. Y'all know this place. This is our Arkansas property. It's all in program, so like WRP, but it's time in the age of it to like do a thinning, basically. So the NRCS, we worked with them. I'll show y'all some stuff. Where's my phone? Here we go. Because it's really cool. One of them really cool features on Onyx. If you don't have Onyx, 100 times recommend that. But so you go right here, go to Onyx. And so we were able with the NRCS to outline some polygons for what they call wildlife plots and clearings. So you can see on this, we were all able to draw our own polygons. There's one right there. So this is gonna all be cleared and thinned. Now, when I say cleared and thin, like if there's anything that's come up that they didn't plant, that's what's been taken out. So trash species, involuntary, seed bank stuff, so like locusts and ashes and elms that may have been in the seed bank that came up that they didn't plant. They went in and thinned it right here. It's like a big area of plume grass had taken over, so like they went through, cut that. This is my little food plot down here that we were able to do that. But this is all sanctioned, all with the NRCS. And we'll go look at all these spots. I want to show y'all some of that. Because there's really nothing to look at duck-wise, but I want to show you like how this all works together, right? Like why you cut certain stuff, when you cut it and all that. When you're in program though, you got to work with your guys. You got to work with the people that did it. We cost shared it with them. So they pay for some of it, we pay for some of it, and we call it good. And but we're making habitat better. Like on all these reforested tracts and all that, they're not meant to be the same age, same monoculture across the whole deal. That was never their design. So every now and then they come back in, they thin, we work together, because that's not where we started. They wanted to get rid of some stuff. I was like, no, them ducks like that, don't, So we were able to, kind of give and take. So they crowded me on one duck spot, but I knew I had to give them that to be able to not get them to do another spot. So give and take, work together, compromise, all for the greater good in the end of the wildlife. But also us as hunters need to be able to have some input on that. So our NRCS people are great people. They're willing to work because they know what we're willing to do and what we want to do. We don't want to take advantage of a program. We don't want to do, we want to go within the bounds of really just making the best habitat we can make. That's what we're after. So we're gonna go put out some spy points. These are the Flex S Darks. S just means solar. So we got solars, we got rechargeable bats in them. We're gonna put them out, start doing a little deer inventory. With growing boys and more mouths to feed, I need more deer meat. So we're gonna start seeing what we got. On the deer wise, we're gonna take that brand new Kawasaki Ridge Crew Ranch Platinum and change the color of it. It ain't gonna be that red by the time we get done today. But you know what? We got a cab, we got AC, and most importantly, we ain't got mosquitoes. So we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna show y'all around, show y'all what we've been working on this summer. So been gone, been spotty, been here, there, yonder. Now let's go have some fun. I don't know about y'all, but once July 4th gets here, my mind switches from fish to ducks and to deer and all that. So now it's time to kick it into overdrive and get all of our stuff done. So we're gonna load that Kawasaki Ridge up with all this stuff. We ain't gonna tote it. We're gonna do it right over here, and then we'll roll. Walk right through here. Wow, sure is wet out there. God. Okay. We're gonna talk with the windows up. Anyway, so you can see right here is part of the prescribed thinning. So what they do, is they don't roll the windows down and let the mosquitoes in here like I did. Oh, there's a bunch of mosquitoes. Now you can hear, get out of here, you rascal. Oh, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, land up there. There you go. You gone. You got another one? Okay, you gone too. Where else we got? Who else we got? Anyway, I ain't gonna get bit in here. So what they do is they pick a row, right? Zoom. They go down the row, and I hope up here where it's a lot, a little bit higher, it won't be as wet, and we'll walk out through there or even ride out through there. I just don't want to tear nothing up that I am about to lose my mind. I'm an idiot. Where'd he go? I know I got him, didn't I? Anyway, why did I roll that window down like a moron? Well, that's gonna make putting them cameras out a lot of fun. There's another one on the window. That's dumb. Oh, I see. Boy, y'all them loud mosquitoes. Come on now. Anyway. Oh, yeah. See? Y'all thinking I missed him. Look right there. Boop. Anyway. What they do, they go in a straight line, right? And they'll go a predetermined distance on their part. And then once they get down there about 100 yards, then they hop over. And then they'll go just a little bit on that side and then hop over. So what they're doing is making like edge habitat for deer. You know, if we had turkeys for turkeys, but edge habitat is good. Instead of just a straight monoculture that, shades out everything and there's no undergrowth. What you're trying to do is create like forb growth is what I like to call it. So briars, vines, like all kinds of cool habitat, especially for up here because we actually have like some wild quail living here. So that'll help the quail out, give them places to hide. And the problem is, this is the one issue, is they don't remove the deadfalls. So they just lay them over. You see them piled up. And if we had a drone, you could get up and, you know, look at it, but we didn't bring one today. We'll do it again because they're not going anywhere. So they just pile up the deadfalls and lay them to the sides. You see there, 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 there. It's just kind of all that. But those deadfalls are good habitat too. Not necessarily for the critters we like, but all God's critters. You know, I'm sure I would imagine at some point there's going to be a timber rattlesnake in it and probably some cottonmouths. But it'll be good habitat. And what I'll do with it, what's cool, if y'all don't know this about brush, if you cut it when it's green, the leaves will stay on it a lot longer. So for brushing these duck blinds, I got an endless supply of brush right here. Like, I'll put the base down of willows that are already close to the duck blind, but then I can come up here and get the finishing brush. So you can see them. The leaves will still be on them. When we come get it, the leaves won't fall off of them. So, but really cool. Like I said, I'd ride out there. I just don't want to tear anything up. It is so wet. We went from drought to, I ain't gonna call it a flood, because I know them folks in Texas right now are dealing with a flood, and that ain't what we got, but we're just really wet right now. So hence why we've got all the mosquitoes, you know, spawning and everything else. But we'll keep riding. There should be a place up here that's a little higher that we can actually get out and look. And I'll just deal with those mosquitoes, but I just don't want to tear up nothing right through here. So any more than it's already, and see, come right here. This is one of the deals. So see, it just kind of zigzags back to that other one. So about 30 yards over, go over, and it just kind of zigzags its way through there. And they did it right here. It's a pretty cool concept, really. But the deal is with all of it is to make sure, like, that you're giving all the trees the best chance at survival. So, you know, to mimic, really what you're doing is just trying to mimic what Mother Nature would do from the best of our knowledge. So that's what a lot of it is. That's one of Larry's lanes right there. I don't know why he don't just put a high line up here and like swing from stand to stand. He got so many stands on about 200 acres, it ain't even funny. Like, these deer can't fart and him not know it. Poor thing. So we're right here in this polygon. So this is one of the plots that this one's done. This one's done. So it's really cool to be able to see that. You see, I used to keep deer cameras right there, right? Which is just right there. But now I'll be able to put cameras out here for deer. And what's cool about this spot is, like, other than this one little low right here, this spot's really high. So I know if you look at it, especially through camera, you don't realize that this spot is like 2 foot higher than that, because you can't. But this will rarely get water. I mean, it'll get rainwater, which is what we got right here. This is rainwater, because this is the lowest spot here. But we will come in and plant this for deer. So this will be a big green patch. A lot of it will be green on its own. And we'll plant, like, I'm not gonna plant the whole thing, because who can afford that? But I will plant part of it once I figure out, like, the most strategic place to deer hunt it. What I don't want to have to, like, come across this to get to a deer stand. So probably what I'll do is, and we may do this here shortly, probably what I'll do, this could be a great spot for a south wind, because north, south, but I can put a stand somewhere right up here in this corner, and I never have to enter the field, and I can plant this corner. This is already a natural travel spot, because, you know, I got cameras and stuff right there. So what I can do is plant that, and then I can have me a little small spot to deer hunt. Like, y'all know I love bow hunting. Now what I'll probably do is either put up one of those ground blind platforms for me and the boys, because I trust that they can climb 5 feet, or I may order me a redneck and put up here. So, because the other cool part is if I sit right there, this is where I love to duck hunt, is out there. So if I get up high enough, I'll be able to sit right here, deer hunt and scout for ducks all in one whacking. So this is really cool. Like I said, we'll probably only plant part of this for deer, and then we'll let the rest of it kind of come back up in natural stuff, see what we got. But now that we have this inserted, our deal with the NRCS is we can keep it like this, right? So like we can let it grow up, mow it, let it grow up, mow it, let it grow up, mow it, and just keep succession set back all the time, leaving these cool trees out here though. So you got willows marking the low, which is smart. That way, even when you can't see, you know this is the lowest spot because it's got the willows on it. So you know this will always hold water. And then you got, you know, water oaks, willow oaks. Those are actually some kind of white oak, probably Nuttall or something. You got some red oaks down there. But you just have, and these trees will thrive. Like if you, like we'll look at these trees next year compared to the other ones, but since they're out here by themselves, they'll grow up huge quick. So it'll be really cool to watch all this kind of transform and move. And you know, for anybody watching this, like, how y'all get that with WRP making duck holes? Water can't, if water gets here, y'all better be looking for that man Noah, because we're gonna need a bigger boat. We're gonna need a big one, like, which is crazy to think that a 2-foot rise can do that, but a 2-foot rise can do that. If duck hunting water gets here, we're gonna have a problem getting to right here. You know, so that's the deal. This is more, again, pigs, turkeys, upland birds, songbirds. This is, these government program lands aren't just for deer and ducks. They're for everybody. So butterflies, you'll have a lot of forbs come up out here, dragonflies, you name it, everything will use this again. So small mammals, rats, you know, mice, like whatever, it'll just become a lot more useful than just the standard monoculture. So it's a really cool area that I'm about to walk and see if there's already deer using it, and I'll put my camera and some food and some salt out for them where they're already using it. I don't want to force deer to use something if I don't have to. I want to just put it where they're already using it. So like you see, this is a white oak. You can see the rounded lobes on the leaves. That's the easiest way for me to tell white oaks and red oaks. If the lobes are round, now you may not know the species of white oak, but it seems to me that deer, ducks, everything prefer white oaks first. I think that's because they have less tannins in them. Therefore, they rot quicker, right? So they know that they have to get on the white oak first, where the red oak with the tannin in it's got a little more preservative in it, so they can wait. They don't have to choose those first. And so, you know, they're smarter than we are. They know, but that's always been my experience with it, is white oaks first, then red oaks. A lot of times white oak acorns too can get too big for a duck to eat, so ducks will really prefer red oaks because it's just an easier meal for them. I'm not saying a mallard can get an overcup in, but it's a lot harder to eat an overcup than it is to eat a water oak or a willow oak. So a lot smaller acorn. Generally white oaks are a bigger acorn too. So. Man, this looks good. God, they did a good job here. Did a heck of a job here. You'd be in a pretty, now the problem is you can only hunt one wind here. Gotta be a south wind. North you're out. Yeah, it's just a south wind. South, southeast. Southeast would probably be ideal. But look, right there. They already walking here. So, what I will probably do, be a pretty place to kill one though. And then you just plant, you know, this little swath right here But what I can do, probably put a camera. I'll go get the rig and put a camera and some salt like on that tree. I'm gonna get it facing, God, mosquitoes. I'm gonna get it facing kind of southwestish. We're still before the equinox, so the sun's still gonna be right now to the north. So this time of year you want your camera to have a little south lean so you don't get boned by the sun. So I can put it on that, kind of face it that way. All right, so here's another spot. Did we film that day?
Yep.
I don't think we've ever shown the footage from here, but I've deer hunted here before. Ground blind was right back there. We had like the world's dumbest buttonhead stay with us pretty much all afternoon. Like we even picked the ground blind up and moved it while we were inside of it. He didn't run off. But, so he's probably not with us any longer. I don't imagine. Somebody probably done killed him. But this is a cool spot. The deal I love about this is, like, I think what I'm gonna do here is put a redneck here. North wind, so we're all the way at the south end of the property. North wind, you come in from the very south end, they're not messing with you. You can kind of go around everything. But you can kind of, if you get up high enough here, you'll be able to see everywhere we duck hunt. And I think it'd be a cool place to come sit with the boys. Just get up high. We're deer hunting, but we're watching ducks, and just kind of a cool spot, man. This spot never really did anything. Like, there are no trees missing from this spot. Nothing was cut here except for salt bush. The trees that made it, we told them to leave. So like you see like one row of trees out of what they planted actually made it here. I don't know what's different about this hole, but something's just different about it. So, but we took back all the salt bush, all everything. So now we'll be able to just bush hog this every year. This will be a spot that I keep mowed, planted, everything every year. So probably what I'll do is not plant past these trees and let this grow back up, so there's a buffer between us and the ducks, a little bit bigger buffer. But you know, we'll disc this, we'll plant it, we'll spray some pre-emerge on it to hopefully kill some of the bacchus that's going to want to come back. For those of you that may not know what bacchus is, salt bush is one word for it. It's just it sucks. It's like, it's that stuff you see out there, really. And it'll take over a place quickly. So, but we're gonna put a camera here. I don't know exactly where just yet. Probably just right here. Then if I want my stand right there for bow hunting, be an easy 25-yard shot. Or if I put it back there, I can move stuff around. But right now I'm not really worried about hunting as much as I am just inventory. So like, I'm just checking on the deer, seeing how they're doing, seeing how many fawns we got. You know, seeing if there are some for sure bucks that we need to take out or whatever. So that's all I'm doing. Just having a little fun. Not that one, buddy. Covered in fire ants. Boy, I about messed up there. I don't wanna. How's this one? It's got fire ants on it too. Them fire ants love the inside of a trail camera too. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Well, this is the last one of our polygons. Look, y'all always wondering, what I'll use it. Look, there's freaking white ibis out here in a food plot meant for deer. That's cool. And it's not really wet, so I don't know what they're doing. That's kind of weird. But I do know this. My favorite feature of this Kawasaki Ridge Crew is this cab. Not even the air conditioner. This cab. Because there are so many mosquitoes out there, I'm over it. So we're going to close it out for a minute here. I'm done. But this is another one. This one is deer. I'm going to say deer specific. This is another spot. This is even higher than that other spot. So if this gets water, again, major problem. You can even see how it kind of ridges up almost. Freaking Johnny D. That boy. We got to record duck call room, so we're bouncing ideas back and forth. Oh, they just flushed. What flushed them, I wonder? That's weird. Huh, interesting. But you can see kind of how this ridge is off out here. So this will be deer specific. We will plant as much as we can. Food plot in here. We'll come in, disc it, you know, throw some good stuff for them. Turnips and all kinds of different stuff, oats and wheat and all that kind of, whatever's in your food plot, clovers, everything. So, yeah, no duck will be harmed ever right here, but a deer might be. I don't want to hunt this because it's just not, the neighbors right there, you know, like neighbors are neighbors, and I just don't even want to deal with it. And I love Philip. We just saw him on Traco back there. But I don't want one of his deer that he's been hunting to end up over here and then him get shot by me. That doesn't make for good neighbors. Like, I understand that that's all fair in love and war, but he deer hunts a lot. I don't. So I like to be respectful of that kind of stuff. But we'll plan it to try to help him hold deer too, right here on this corner, try to keep them on us. And I'll put a camera out here at some point just to see what's using it, but I just don't. I don't want to hunt right here. You know why? Mainly because I can't see any ducks from here. No matter what I do right here, I can't see ducks. I could hear ducks, but I wouldn't be able to see them. So this is just where we're at, guys. Like, habitat matters no matter what stage you're at. You know, the design of all these program lands, and even if you're reforesting stuff and want to do stuff, is not to have monocultures of the same age, same size, everything. That is not the design. You plan it like that, knowing that you're going to get some failure, knowing you're going to get some trees that don't make it. And then you come in, like, I think this is like year roughly 20 of this property. So you see these trees, they're about 20 years old. And once they get established, then you start managing it like it's a regular piece of land. So you cut trees. The only thing you can't do, like NRCS, they're not going to sell the lumber. We can use the lumber if we want to come down here and get firewood. We can use it for brush. We can do anything, but you're not able to turn a profit on it. So, like, you know, that is what it is. But, you know, we're just trying to make it better, man. Make it more useful for wildlife, all wildlife, not just the stuff we chase. I think us as hunters get a bad rap on that we only care about the stuff that we chase. And we care about them more. Don't let me fool you. But all God's creatures, man. The mice need love. The butterflies need, y'all know I love butterflies. I mean, that's just, I like the stuff that most people don't even think about. Snakes. I mean, this would be great for snake stuff, racers and rat snakes, and be good habitat. Songbirds, your red-winged blackbirds, your buntings, like everything will nest in this. So all God's creatures, man. We're taking care of everything, doing what we can to give back. We tax them from November to January, then we try to give back. So that's just kind of it. That's where we're at right now. We will be back once it dries out to do some duck hole specific stuff. So disking, turning that kind of stuff over, mowing that. So once it dries out a little bit, we can get a regulation tractor in here, do all that stuff. We'll come back and shoot that too. But for now, we're going to go record the duck call room. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Hope you liked it. If you got any questions, comments, anything on habitat, drop them down below. These are arguably my favorite videos to make because I like turning dirt and I like shaping stuff. It's kind of like, I'm not going to say you get to be God, but it reminds me of like that verse in the Bible where it's talking about the potter and the clay. You have the clay right here. So we get to be the potter every now and then. So it's really kind of a cool deal where we can mold and shape and change and, you know, ultimately make the best habitat possible for all these things. So we'll see y'all next time right here on the channel. We're out and about. See you this summer on the road, man. If you're coming to DU in Memphis, I'll be there doing a lot of speaking. So yeah, we're about to have fun. It's almost here, and I got to start shooting my bow. So we'll see y'all next time.